Hey my friends, in this video I am going to show you how to create a painted paper woods collage. Remember that a collage just means that whatever we are doing, we are going to be cutting and gluing. So that's what we're doing today. We are cutting and gluing some paper and turning it into a woods picture. The first thing you need to do is make a painted paper. So painted papers are usually done with about 3 to 4 different types of paint. The goal with a painted paper is to not mix up your colors completely. So you'll start with just using one color at a time and kind of painting spots down randomly. The goal is not to cover up all of the construction paper underneath. The goal is to still see a little bit of it, but spread your paint out evenly. And then with your next colors, the goal again is to add them on top where they mix a little bit with the first color or the second color, but you don't totally cover up each color. You allow each of the colors to be able to shine through in the end. The materials you need to get started will be 1 brown paper, 1 orange painted paper, 1 green painted paper, and a regular piece of construction paper. You will also use some glue, scissors, and a writing utensil. Now, with every project, you write your name and your teacher's name on the back of the paper, then you flip it over, and then you can get started. You'll begin by using your orange paper. This is going to be for the sun. So on the back, draw a really big circle, use up as much of your paper as you can, and then you'll cut it out. Now the reason we're drawing on the back is so that when you are finished with the whole thing, you won't see any pencil marks or crayon marks or whatever kind of writing utensil you've used. All the marks will be on the back of the paper. This also works out in case you make a mistake. So if you mess up, it's okay to see extra pencil marks on the back of the paper. Then using really any kind of glue. In this video, I am using glue with a paintbrush, but you might be using a glue stick. You add glue to the edges of the paper, and then if you really want to make it stick, you can flip your paper over and give it a little bit of a paper massage. Then next we will go to our other 2 smaller pieces of paper. Just one at a time, you are going to draw on the back of them an assorted size triangles all over the back of your paper. Now, I want you to use up as much as you can of the paper. So after you've drawn a couple triangles, go back and see if you can fill in any triangles in those spaces. It's okay to have some really small ones too. And my favorite way to cut out shapes like this is to first free the shapes from the paper, and then you can go back and cut a little bit closer to the shape that you drew. And then we'll do the exact same process with your painted paper. Now the cool thing, again, about drawing on the back is it is okay if your cuts of your triangles don't line up perfectly with the lines that you've drawn. As long as you like the way they look from the front of the paper, you're good to go. Now before you can do any gluing, you need to arrange your composition and decide where you want your trees to go. This way you kind of already get an idea of what your composition will look like before you do any permanent gluing. Overlapping is a good technique here that'll help you make your picture look 3-dimensional and fill up the space really well. So it is okay if you got a lot of triangles and they're gonna overlap one another. And then when you're ready, you can begin to glue. Start with your largest triangles. They go down first because they're gonna be in the back, and then your smaller triangles can get glued down on top of those. Once your trees have been glued down, you're gonna add some branches to them using some white paint, or you could even use some oil pastel here for this. It will work just the same. And there we have our Into the Woods painted paper collage. I can't wait to see what yours turn out to look like.